kids. Let's.
I've had just about enough of that.
There has been an awakening.
Are we recording? Yep.
Have you felt it?
Like the test. What?
You guys are so funny.
Good day, Galaxy.
How you doing, motherfuckers in the fucking universe? That's you. You're the dickhead. It's true.
Someone you have, I would say.
That guess dickhead.
Does that make you see 3 penis face?
I think so.
Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy Rogue Squadron podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Mopar.
I am Commander Cody.
Then we've got Mr.
Next time.
What's up?
Welcome back.
We'll figure out
We
your
need to
name.
start prepping our guests their intros because it's been terrible the past.
Well, that's what I've done every time. It's been like, what's
Hey.
up?
Hi. This is, how do you use this microphone?
Introduce yourself. Hey.
Sparks.
I like beer.
I like beer.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it.
So welcome. Thanks for joining us once again.
I'm very excited to be here.
How you doing, Mopar? How you feeling?
Special.
You feeling juicy?
Flavorful, guys. We just finished our fanboy commentary for Solo, so don't go listen to that.
Well, you can't yet, so just prep for it, you know?
Well, by the time they're listening to this, they could possibly be listening to
No,
it.
because this airs tomorrow, which if you're listening to this, it's today.
It's right
and
now.
Solo ain't out yet.
This
so
airs right now. Whenever you're listening to this,
Get
it's out.
prepped. And in general, if you are not ready for Solo, we have fanboy commentary for everything in the Star Wars universe. So check it out. It's our favorite thing that we do. And stay tuned for extra special goodness coming up in the holiday season. It's a secret.
What's coming up?
It's a secret. It's
What
a
is it?
secret even to you. If I said it, it wouldn't be a secret.
But it's not a secret.
But it
if
would
you
be a
tell me.
surprise.
Time to drink. So what do we... Well, I guess I have to finish this before we get into the good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
So next time, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, why are you here?
Well, I'm here to drink some beer.
Nice.
Specifically wet hop beer. Wet hop IPAs.
What does that mean?
I'm about to tell you.
I was just about to ask that.
So wet hop, hops. Hops are harvested in the fall every year. They're sort of like grapes in that aspect. They're only harvested this time of year. Most of them are dried and packaged and pelletized, and you can store them for a year or 2 or 3. Probably not 3. But
2.5.
yeah, so they're about 9 to 10% moisture at that point, where wet hops come straight from the vine are about 80 to 90% moisture. So then they produce all these crazy different flavors, real fruity, juicy, grassy awesomeness. And so they take these,
I'm listening.
I'm listening so intently right now.
so they take these, so like breweries will go to these hop farms and get freshly harvested hops and go straight to the brewery and start making beer with it immediately.
So would you say the same type of hop, dry versus wet, is totally different flavor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. I did not know that ever. The only time I've ever encountered hops have always been those like pellet things that you
Yeah,
explained.
right. That's
Yeah.
not, that makes sense. It's the
like
easiest
a-
way to work with hops, and they still taste and smell and make awesome beer. But there's something special about wet hop beers, so I brought 4 of them. I think 3 are from Ohio. So
Nice.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Should be pretty cool. I had no idea that it was even a thing, so we're going to see what happens. Thanks,
Learn it
guys,
here
for whoever's tuning in with us. Travis Dunn, I see you in there. Obsidian Knight, I see you in there. Keep reeling stuff off. Get Mopar copyrighted and taken off YouTube. That's the goal for tonight. Have him sing some song that is illegal. Oh, yeah.
Got it. It's queued up in my Spotify.
well, it's just a cover then.
What's that?
It's just a cover then. If he
I
sings
think
it, it's a cover.
I think they still copyright the covers, though.
Not if you create your own music
I think
to
they
it.
do.
If you sample it and call it what it is.
Well, that's different from a cover, but I think even the covers, they like, yo,
Do they
we
really?
need paid for that. I think so.
No.
Oh, like
No,
royalties
no,
or
no,
something?
Well, let's do one and try it out.
Not if it's all original. If you create the
Well, it's
music
not all
behind
original.
Well, if it's all original, then it's not a cover.
They probably get royalties
Yeah.
or something. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
okay. The difference would be is if I were to do a guitar cover of something, but use their background music minus the guitar, that would be copyrighted. But if I actually did the drums, the bass, and everything else, and called it a guitar cover, be free and clear.
But what if you sang the words?
Yeah, you just can't take their actual original records.
Right.
Worldwide, yes, but I think on YouTube,
Oh, see, you didn't specify.
YouTube fucks everyone in the ass.
C3,
So
C3 dickhead over here.
sorry, guys. I didn't know what we were specifying
There's
tonight.
rules. Solo was awesome. No, I agree, guys.
Solo
Mr.
was
Travis
awesome.
Dunn.
Yeah. So where we been in the Star Wars fandom with you? We haven't had you on in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been
I don't even know.
2 or 3 movies, maybe.
2 movies, I think. I want to say.
We talked about Rogue One last
Yes,
time I
we
was on.
did.
It had just come out.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
So
I think
we
that
have
was
to
it,
talk
so-
about Last Jedi, which, hands down, probably the best movie ever made by anyone in any market ever in any country.
Guys.
I think.
Just to give you a heads up, I watched episode 5 last night, and I have a fucking bone to pick. Not that, and in no way do I mean it was bad or anything.
Well, it wasn't good as 8, so.
But what he's saying is
start
just
there.
he's saying that the prequels were better.
No. And
I think
I don't even mean that. I'm just
think so.
saying I was picking up stuff that it was like, I want to talk about this because there's a lot of
Can you close that door? It's not closed all the way. Thank you.
celebration.
Now we can really get into it. Last Jedi was actually terrible.
Now that the door's closed.
So
Last
terrible
Jedi-
was just bad.
I actually liked it a lot.
I did too.
Last Jedi and Solo is on the list for tonight, and then some shit with Empire you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let us begin, as we normally do, with the first of many beers. So what's first on our list here, Mr. Next Time?
Let's see. Get that little guy that's under you.
Can you please specify?
The explanations of trying to grab beer before the show began was rough. So
Either
just
one of those.
just heads up.
Get the CBC. We'll do that first.
This
Why
is
did you
a-
put it in piss water?
A good moment.
A beer
where-
leaked, and I didn't want to clean it out because it was ice cold. And
It's a good moment to note if you're not watching the show, then this could be worth it for you. Just to see these guys fiddle over beer and argue with each other.
We don't fiddle.
Faddle over beer, sorry.
struggle.
Struggle.
Finish your beer. Just finish it. It's fine.
Hey, there's one sip left, man. Come on, let's do it. Boom.
All right, so this is
Columbus Brewing Company.
Columbus Brewing Company. Yeah, one of the best known breweries in Columbus. They're, I think, maybe the second oldest, next to Elevator.
They fucking
but don't
hacked
quote me on
Google
that.
with the name.
Fucking very well known for their IPAs. CBC Bodie, of course, is a Ohio favorite. This is called Yakima
the
Fresh.
Bodie is legit, by the way.
Hell
It's
yeah.
really
Yes.
good. Yeah, it
Shout
deserves
out.
all the hype, if not more.
Yeah, and just as a preamble to what the fuck you're gonna say, CBC is one of the most solid. Like, I feel like that is, and I don't mean this in a bad way. They are the most standard craft. So, like, you could walk in, and even if you're not a craft fan, you'll find something you'll like.
Guaranteed.
Because they are just on point and standard as fuck, but in a
Yes.
good way.
Yes.
Like the CBC IPA. I'm not an IPA fan. Well, try this. And you're like, okay,
Best beer ever.
Like, I get it.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
continue.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, it's called Yakima Fresh.
Say that
First
again.
of the wet hopped Yakima. Do you see that? Yakima. That's how you pronounce that. It's Yakima.
I don't know why
IMA?
that is, though.
Is that a type of hop?
What, huh?
No, it's a region. It's
Whoa!
it's a place in
It's a territory.
Oregon.
Whoa. So how
Washington.
weird.
Place in Washington. So
Smell test. Smell test is very interesting.
yeah, so Yakima is this place. I don't know now, but 3 years ago, like 60 to 7% of hops came from the Yakima Valley in Washington. So
Washington State, you're saying?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So hops grow there very well, and they're very good. That's where a lot of them come from. Well, so all the hops in this, they probably harvested, put on, I don't know, a truck, and someone speed drove it to Ohio.
All right, I'm going to say something that's going to fuck this beer up. This smells like horse piss.
I never
It's
smelled
got
a
like-
horse
never smelled
piss
horse
before.
piss.
It's
But
got like a tad of ammonia.
So yeah, so the thing about wet hops is everybody
Smells like a dirty kennel.
tastes and interprets them very differently.
Cat piss.
Yeah, cat piss is.
It is kind of like a cat piss ammonia.
It smells very skunky.
It's
right.
kind of dank to me, but
Yeah,
skunk
I
and dank
agree.
are similar. But
No,
yeah.
that's all right. So,
Drinking bell.
so to be fair,
Amazing. Where did the
Drinking
drinking bell come?
Drinking bell.
oh yeah. So to be fair, when we say dank and skunk, I think we mean the same thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, let's clarify. So, when I say dank, like I mean
Ooh.
that like real resinous, deep, almost weedy kind of flavor.
It's really good.
Whereas skunk is an actual thing that happens. It's an actual result of if you take a beer that has hops in it, any beer that has hops, except for I think Miller High Life, and put it in like a clear glass. If light strikes that beer, there's a chemical reaction with the hops that causes skunking. So it actually smells and tastes skunk. So like your like Czech and German Pilsners are a really good example of that because they're light.
Pilsner
but have good
Urquell.
heads. Yeah, it's very skunky. It's a green bottle, so that's where that comes from.
But you can have very skunky Pilsner Urquell in a can. That's
No.
what.
No,
Not
Well,
very
then,
skunky.
well, maybe then that's the dankness. Because I always talk about
but do you
like
do them side by
skunk and
maybe you do
dank.
them like side by side. So like that's because we have that mental relation of the smells,
Skunky.
but like that actual
Skunky.
skunkiness that people who don't smoke weed or smell weed.
That's how where the Pilsner's at. When you know it's good, they smell like fucking dank weed, and you're like, ooh. This?
Yeah,
Back to this. Yeah, it
Yeah.
smells way different than I would expect it to taste.
right. And so this is an IPA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wet hopped IPA though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like it a lot.
Does it smell and taste so different because of the wet hops, or is that something that they're brewing purposely different?
No, I mean I don't know because I don't work for CBC or make the beer, but I think that there's so if you make a beer where the hops taste different, you're gonna do the whole process differently. You're gonna get the balance different. You're gonna get the alcohol. You're gonna get the boil different. Like every stage of the process will probably be different.
Because I feel like I've had beers that taste or that smell like this and I didn't like, but this one I like a lot. What kind of hops? Do you know?
Wet
I
ones.
didn't say on that.
Wet.
Yakima hops.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that the
I have
name
no-
of it?
I don't know. No.
Oh, okay. I'd like to know because I like to try to
But see, it's
identify.
really like I get a lot of grass, a lot of grassy. It's like almost like fresh cut grass.
grass.
Yeah,
grass.
like grass.
No, I like it a lot.
Yakima's like a shout in Skyrim.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Probably is. I bet if you did that with the Connect, it would do something.
Yakima. Like instant beer. All of your opponents are now drunk.
I just want a game where drinking in it is
really
more
good.
realistic
It's really good.
and makes it fun.
I like it a
I've
lot.
never played a video game where drinking was fun. I mean,
GTA.
real life drinking is a lot of fun. I'm just saying, like in a video game, like they
Well, you
fuck
can't
it up every time.
taste it. So, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You can't taste the beer.
I'm just
so
saying, like
you can't sniff
video
it?
game developers get on that shit.
All
Yeah.
the ales and meads in Skyrim. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Develop something like
They
a
even have-
controller that makes liquid that I can drink.
They even have meaderies and shit in Skyrim.
Yeah.
And
Well, and then you
Yeah.
get to Fallout, and they're doing like microbrews and shit, like different styles.
really?
Yeah, they got like a stout, the Gwennet Stout, Gwennet Ale, Gwennet Pale, Gwennet Lager,
Wow.
That's awesome.
I beat Fallout 4
and then
never
you get
even...
the buddy brewer, and you can like find little things, and he'll brew different beers for you.
Those games are so
This is
full
why I
of
love
everything.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I of course went and found the beer thing. I just
Oh,
first
yeah.
playthrough, I accidentally found it. I'm like, this is my best friend now.
What up, Jared? What up, Travis? What up, Hypebot? Oh, whoops.
Hypebot.
It's a goddamn droid.
Globalist.
These
Oh.
globalists are taking over. Thanks,
This
guys,
is
for
good.
tuning in.
So what are we thinking about rating this? The smell?
Is it the same scale, or have you guys
Yeah.
changed?
Same
Nice.
scale, yeah.
Okay,
3
sweet.
is like, what the fuck? This is amazing. 2 is like, awesome. 1 is try it. 0 is stop.
Mhm.
That's the best way to say it. And we change it every week, so
It's the same? Yes.
this is what it is.
The numbers change.
So that's what it is
The
this
numbers
week.
stay the same, but
Yeah, the descriptions
scale
are
doesn't
totally
matter.
different.
No,
One week we're just going to go 0 is the best.
I really like this. I truly enjoy it. Is it the best beer?
That's what our 3-star rating's about, though, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we developed it
Is it delicious though?
by accident over the course of many drunken episodes.
That's why we developed it
by accident. I like it a lot.
What are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking 3.
I'll push that.
I'm thinking
Like
3.
after that last taste, I was like, where would this land? Just say it.
Like,
and I
dude.
thought 3. No, I really like this. This is really good.
3 stars.
I'm happy because this is CBC. We always like rolling the dice with the locals.
Yeah.
Like it's always fun because we have Tavor as a sponsor now.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is,
that's right. Which is sweet.
Yo, yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
legit, and so we get shit sent from all over the United States now. But 199%, we like the local shit. First of all, because 99% of it's great.
Yeah.
Local Columbus, people don't think
Yeah. Ohio in
Beer.
general,
But-
but it has a really good like beer market.
God.
Especially the 3Cs.
every corner,
Amazing beers.
every corner, from Jackie O's to Rheingeist to Market Guard. I mean, and there's 40 motherfuckers across the street. Like everybody does good beer. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, we've talked about it. So we're
I'm
done.
a fan. No more
Um,
beer. Beer's done.
Different mics this week. Yeah, I was just thinking that my mic sounds kind of weird, but
No,
it's because I'm getting loud and I hear everybody in yours.
because there's a mic in between us, so it's picking up your belligerence
Stop being a guest.
in between.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I wanted to drink some fucking beers, okay?
Well, you could have
sorry.
done it across the street.
Don't listen to him.
I'm kidding.
All right, I won't.
What, you have to rate the beer too, though.
Oh, I think that three's good. Three's
Yeah,
good. I was
nice.
kind of on the fence. Like I could, I could definitely see a 3. I could drink this all day, every day.
I agree.
Um,
I can go.
We do
it's not my favorite that I've ever had, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got
Do
some-
the other small one. Get
That's the beauty of the rating
Lagunitas.
system too. For anybody that's listened or is not
Now,
sure
this is
or
one of my
is
favorite wet hop
confused. 3 doesn't mean it's the absolute best beer ever. It just means it's in that category where like you would
Well, you didn't
recommend that to
finish, so- I know.
everybody.
a little bit.
Okay. Do you want just a little bit, or you want?
I'm good with whatever.
Okay.
So Lagunitas, where are they out of again?
Chico, California.
Oh, it says Chicago on there. Oh, it does say.
they also, or,
Stop pouring it.
Petaluma, California, and Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago.
Shawshank Redemption.
So they're known for their, we were talking about dankness.
Ooh.
Really, all their beers, they've done IPAs for so long, and really well, really dank. A lot of, weedy flavors because they're. I don't want to say they're all stoners, but they have influences from stoners to the point where now that weed has become legal, they are the first company to produce a THC infused sparkling water because you can't do beer, you can't do alcohol and THC together.
You can't legally.
No,
You're saying?
you cannot.
Oh,
No one's because that'd be crazy.
Why?
People could die.
We just drink a beer and smoke some weed. What the fuck?
Yeah. Anyway, so so they actually made a sparkling weed water.
Weed water.
So like
Ooh.
truly, but instead of
like Walter White.
petals and like delicate orange flavors, it's weed.
What is
Nice.
this? Oh, it's heroin juice.
I need that.
A little bit of.
It's a meth shake. You understand? I need some. All right. So what's the name of this one?
This is called Born Yesterday
Ooh,
because again, the wet hops like they make it as soon as they can.
I get it. All Star Wars fans were born yesterday. I understand. I see why you brought this.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
No matter if you get in an argument with anybody,
It's like, yeah, bro. From a certain
sky's
point of
green.
view.
Well, yeah, from a certain point of view.
Dude, I'm starting to say that. for everything.
Whenever you're ready, it's just a little bit. Here, I'll
Li-
even take some more off
little
your hands.
little biz.
This is probably my favorite wet hop beer that I've ever had. Every year after year, it's just awesome. It's
well,
just really
you're
good.
setting it up for fucking greatness right here.
It's a pale ale. It's juicy. It's fruity. It's
also
dank. It smells amazing.
You're juicy.
It also says,
Oh,
I don't know
thank
if you
you.
read this, but 2018 one-hitter series. So it's actually like a seasonal or a test batch or something along those lines.
Well,
Also, before you
they
start
do like 4 or
talking, it says Mosaic,
You gotta
Amarillo.
start here. Start down there. That's where it starts. Read the whole thing if you're gonna read it.
Remember last time we had this with the alkali, like back in the day, and there was the whole corrupt pirate pastrami burrito vendor, fucking the whole poem.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't remember.
Imagine yourself in a field of dreams, brewer's dreams. That is to say, a field of hops, Mosaic, Amarillo, Equinox, and other special varieties cultured by the great Wookiees and women who ply the lands. That's what it says. Oh, it says hey.
Okay. That's
Now
it.
sip,
No,
now sip
no.
and swallow. Now inhale, sip and swallow.
Hell.
Inhale.
Sorry.
Got to follow the rules.
Sip.
They're on here. I'm tasting the other beer, to be honest. I'm tasting this one.
It tastes similar though.
Yeah,
It-
they're
it
not too
is-
far off.
It is similar. I feel like this is a tad smoother.
The wet hop thing is, yeah, it's like a notable difference
Yeah.
in profile for sure.
Like I don't want to be cheesy and say like it's fresh, but it's
Fresh as
got
fuck.
a sort of fresher taste to it. It does.
What up, Shinobi? Welcome to the shit. This is good.
Sorry. Peace.
Did you bring
No.
us all 3-star beers tonight?
I don't know.
You fucking savage.
Maybe.
Best of the best.
The
Nothing rest.
Nothing
I've
of
had,
the
one of
rest.
them I've never had before, so I don't know.
Oh,
My goal is to always bring you 3-star beers, though. We talked about this last time.
that's
'Cause
true.
I would love to just come in here with a 6-pack and they all be 3 stars.
Indeed. All right,
then-
well, as we sip this and rate this and then chill for a second, Mopar.
We got some Star Wars to talk about.
Yeah, we have a little bit of Star Wars to talk about.
Yeah.
Mopar, I know that you watched episode 5 and you
Oh, you want to get into it?
decided that it was fucking
Yeah.
awful.
So in
And I
no
wanna
way,
hear
shape,
about
or
that.
form is that anything that I said. But
He said it before.
Except for when we were off air.
He said it before. I heard it. You
Actually, it
didn't
was
see it.
fucking awful. I think
It
is
was.
what he said.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
all right. So I watched episode 5 last night,
Let me hear about
and
it.
I kind of just all of the hatred that's coming towards
Can we
Last
just call it?
Jedi.
Can we call it Empire, please? Call it what its name is.
Call whatever you want.
back.
Star Wars 2.
So
It is Star Wars 2.
yeah,
Fuck off.
So the sequel,
The Star Wars sequel.
the sequel.
Yeah.
Star Wars 2, the second
Yeah,
Star Wars.
I don't know why I never called it Empire. Like I completely understand, and that's actually a cool way to say the episode 5. But I've always just called it episode 5.
I usually just say 5.
Like I don't call A New Hope A New Hope. I call it episode 4. And then what's after
They just
that?
call it
Episode
Star
5.
Wars. Let's call it Star Wars.
Yeah.
And hope people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
So what I ended up doing was getting pissed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back. Thank you, Shinobi.
About
We
to have a-
love you.
No, he says he calls it ESB.
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 That's English. No.
English Standard
In
bitch.
English,
Standard bitter.
strong bitter.
Strong bitter.
Yeah.
See?
That's a style of beer. It's a
Everything
great. It's a
sucks,
great beer that nobody
bitches.
makes, but it is an awesome style of beer.
All right, so
ESB.
first of all, I want to get this out 8 minutes and 8 seconds in to the
Wow.
Blu-ray and or a special edition. There's a huge Tauntaun shit stain on the wall. And what I'll give you the scene if you're not familiar. Han Solo's yelling at the deck officer. Deck officer! And he's like, "Where's he? Check the north-south way in." And it goes 8 minutes, 8 seconds in. I highly recommend jump.
I recommend you check it out.
You'll see, like they're next to the Tauntauns, and it's the "I'll see you in hell" scene. And he's like, it's right before that. There's a huge shit stain, and it can't be anything else. It's like where all the Tauntauns are.
We're going to
Yeah.
pull it up here.
Right there.
Oh wow! Oh my god! Holy shit!
Look at that.
Like, dude, those Tauntauns were not fucking around. They were like, dude, you left us out in the cold for too
Oh
long.
my god, Randy the
Look at
Tauntaun.
this.
No, it's because it was too cold and they didn't let the tauntauns out. That's what happens.
Look at this.
Take your people.
What else
Take
could
your
that be?
tauntauns out when they look like they need to take a shit.
And there's a whole scene that happens like right in front of it.
What the fucking hell? Okay, that's great. Worst movie ever, obviously.
Tauntauns don't shit like that. Their shit's green. This
Guys,
sucks.
plot holes. Come on, plot holes.
Plot holes. I saw that and I paused and just stared at it. I was like, how is
how
that
long?
not? How is that anything else other than shit? All right, so just I'm gonna pick apart a little bit here and here and there.
Good.
In a couple scenes in the Falcon cockpit, the door to the cockpit closes, and I kept staring at it. I didn't even know there was a door to the cockpit.
I don't know if I've ever seen it close.
It closes twice in that movie, and I'm trying to think in any of the other movies.
I remember, yeah. Because it looks like the little jittery thing when like in the Death Star when they
Yeah.
shoot up. And you can see like
Oh.
you can barely see like the cut.
But it's side to side. I think it's side to
so.
side. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that because in Last Jedi when Luke walks into the Falcon and is doing his little memory thing, he opens the cockpit door. I think. I don't think it's already open.
Maybe. I just thought that was interesting that if someone asked me if the cockpit on the Millennium Falcon had a door,
Yeah, I would say
probably
no.
would have said no.
Yeah, I agree.
And so when I saw it close, I just kept staring at it. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Yeah.
So weird. A little bit of shitting on this. Well, first of all, one of the coolest things I've ever seen. The AT-ATs are kind of choppy. It's like clearly 1980. But when that one does that side step to blow that speeder out,
Dude.
I got instantly hard. That shit. Oh my god.
Got a fucking semi.
Like it's just straightforward, and they're shooting, and it's just like, okay, this is
Wait a
fun. And then the
second.
motherfucker goes plop, like, oh shit. Like he was Kyrie Irving in the AT-AT over here. I loved it. The AT-AT falls over, and all of a sudden now the blasters work.
Yeah.
We've talked
Yes.
shit about that
Yeah.
forever. That shield, that armor's too strong for blasters.
But
Yeah,
now
because
that's
it's not
on
even
side.
shields. Like it's armor, and they still just shoot it. Like
Yeah.
pew pew.
And as soon as it falls
Well,
over, you can
fuck you.
fuck it up.
Also, why?
Stump.
And I don't even have this written here. Why are there just troops in trenches? They are literally doing nothing but dying.
That's true.
This is too strong for speeder blasters, and you're out here with a handgun?
Well, they're waiting for the snow troopers to get closer so they can.
There were no snow troopers. It was
There was
AT-ATs.
about to be snow
There
troopers.
were
Also,
troopers
why-
that stormed the base.
It's the same thing as like
Imperial troops have entered the base.
Imperial. Also, why do they fucking park out in the Goes-On Badlands? Why can't they land AT-ATs next to the fucking thing? Also, if you're dropping the motherfuckers off, why don't you just use the fucking Star Destroyers to shoot the shield generator, which AT-ATs are going after?
Exactly, land bombardment.
Why is the
goddamn.
shield generator not in the shield?
Why is this shield?
I've never understood
That's
that.
so true.
Like, if you have a fucking shield generator, like, is
No,
there a
no, no,
rule
no, no.
that would, like,
There's an
create
outer
feedback?
shield that's like, I don't want to say it's around the entire planet, but
It stops energy.
it's like a larger shield.
Stops like energy,
So you have to
right?
drop the AT-ATs through the shield because it doesn't stop everything. It just stops like blasters and
energy,
laser. Yeah,
light,
and energy.
essentially.
So you like drop the AT-ATs through the thing, and now they're inside the shield and they're fucking everything up.
See, that's kind
That's
of
how it
funny.
works.
But
that-
like, why do they have to get close? It's like they have a certain range, or they just bad
AT-ATs
shots.
probably have a
well,
shit
I mean, if
range.
it's stormtroopers driving, they probably have pretty bad
Yeah,
shot.
they didn't. I'm surprised they hit anything.
yeah, Shinobi says the AT-ATs don't stop. Have to walk into the shield to destroy it. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
No, and that was a good point because when you said that, I was like, yeah, why is the shield generator outside
and
of the
there's
shield?
a good explanation. That makes sense.
Because you don't actually see.
I am physicist.
Yeah. Oh,
Welcome, Kerner. Welcome,
Yeah, so
Kieran.
and the
So-
fucking Jar Jar Binks shield, Gungan
Yeah,
shield.
no, and that's
Yeah.
actually it. D. Smith brings up the episode 1 Gungan
Right.
shield. No, it's kind of the same thing, just they didn't have the technology to do an actual shield.
Well,
They're
yeah,
like,
you can just
it's there.
you can see it in episode 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so they live underwater. They don't know fucking. They're
What?
fine. The Gungans.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but when
Yeah,
they
the
do
shield
the
ain't
shields on the
underwater.
back of the dinosaurs, land
Right,
before
I'm saying,
time.
like that's why they can see it. It's
Shield
'cause they're
before
like,
time.
It's pretty.
Stop.
All right. Moving on through episode 5 here. Again, episode 5. That's what I call it. All right. So this was actually a large bone to pick, and I want to have a full conversation about this because a lot of people had issues with episode 8 because they don't know anything about Snoke. They don't know who, where, or why he is. I was watching episode
Right.
5, and I was like, who, where, or why is a Yoda? Why do we give instant gratification and instant like acceptance to a Jedi Master, a frog? Let's not dance around. The fucking thing's a frog.
He might be a toad.
What's the difference?
He's bigger?
Yeah, he's bigger and they're lumpy.
Toads have the Force. Frogs don't.
Yeah, frogs can't connect to the Force.
But
They
so
can't
let's
connect to the
run
Force.
through the issues that people have with Snoke. They don't know what he is. Like he's humanoid. Yoda, he's Yoda species. So can we just give he's a Snoke species?
Yeah.
But people
Yeah.
are pissed because
Yeah.
where is he from?
That's because we have all
Right,
the
because he's
backstory
thousands of
shit.
years, like when you're thousands of years old, you like if you're 100 years old, you're like you shrink a lot because gravity.
He
it's
used to be
hard.
a big
so
toad.
like
Because of gravity.
if you're 800 years old, like that dude could have been like 7 foot at one point.
Oh, here's Casey.
tall as hell.
Hey, that Padme that I drew right
Bro.
there.
Yeah.
That's
We
like
were talking
everybody.
about it before we started.
That's like
just-
everybody's favorite piece.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
It's
here.
my second
I mean,
favorite piece.
like-
Gal Gadot's naked over here, so no,
not
but
true.
that's close
I didn't
second.
say
Close
that.
second.
It's not
no,
true.
thanks for tuning in, D. Smith over here.
Yeah.
No,
What's
I
the
just
D stand for?
that's why we accept Yoda because he was related
What?
to Kermit. No,
Continue.
it's just something about it where we absolutely know nothing about the Emperor, and we're
Right.
okay with that.
Yeah.
But Yoda is such a pivotal piece that everyone just accepts. But we don't know what he is. We just know he's old.
Right, but so all of this is you're just breaking down the way that they present the story. But like the things that they give you these hints, like you're meant to believe. Like so like you meet Obi-Wan and you just trust him because you know he trained Luke's father and you're like, all right, cool, and you have a lightsaber. You're Jedi. That's sweet. He's a good guy, right? And so then when he dies and becomes Force Ghost and then he shows back up, like you're gonna trust anything he says because you already trust him. And that's how I trust Yoda. It's
But-
because the Force Ghost already set that shit up.
So you're
Because
saying
you're never gonna question Obi-Wan.
So you're saying we should trust Snoke regardless of I think
No,
the
I'm
issue-
saying I'm saying that you should you know you're picking apart the way that they present the story to you. It's because if you're gonna break it down, like you got to go back to like, should we trust Obi-Wan? Because that's why Luke trusts
Yoda in the first place.
in the first place, and that's why we trust him because you know Luke's the hero, and we see that, and then Obi-Wan is like the mentor, and he sticks around through the Force. And
I
all
got
that
something
shit.
to say.
Yo,
It's just a movie.
no, this is a lifestyle.
Sorry, I didn't. Should have talked
This
faster
is
through
just a
that. I'm
podcast.
sorry. it's a movie, and they needed to just get the point across that that's the master, and that's all it is.
But
That's the point.
Same thing with Snoke. It's get the point across.
No,
He's
I
the
agree
evil
with
guy.
you. I
He's the
agree
evil
with
guy.
you. Yeah. He is
But
the big
that's
baddie in the background in this episode.
But I think that's the lack of people. What I'm trying to say is, they purposely put into conversation. Yoda says, "For 800 years, I've trained Jedi." Like that's to build his own character. That's
Yes.
character development
Yeah.
through dialogue.
Right.
Snoke doesn't have that. He doesn't say, "Kylo Ren, I've been doing this for X amount of
He
years, and
kinda
this is where I'm
does.
from."
He kinda does.
0%.
He
How
makes
old
a
is he?
reference to the Knights of Ren.
Yeah,
so he
Knights
implies
of Ren.
he
Which
trained
has
from
nothing to
Sith.
do with him. Keep going.
He says, "When I found you."
Which has nothing to do with anybody. There's no setting.
I'm not saying it's as good as Yoda's backstory. I'm
no.
saying that like they tried.
I'm just saying it's there.
I disagree.
just really bad.
I disagree, but I think that's the disconnect that people have. I don't like it because it's not obvious and spoon-fed to me.
Well, I think that's partly because now that we have the original trilogy movies, we have all the backstory,
Yeah.
the comics,
So
the
all of
detail
them.
about Palpatine.
We
and
still
now
know nothing about Yoda.
People want that up front.
People still know nothing about Yoda, and they're completely fine with it.
We know him from
I'm not okay with
year
it.
850
I want a
to.
backstory on Yoda. I want
I
a
agree.
Yoda, a Star Wars story. Fuck Solo. That's something later.
I think Snoke has plenty of dialogue to put him in the place that he's supposed to be.
There's no background dialogue.
But they also
I guess,
just
is
like,
the
hey,
only
look,
thing.
this is the way we presented the Emperor. Here's fucking.
But there's no
Snoke.
background stuff on the Emperor
he's,
either.
He's a giant fucking hologram, just like the Emperor.
the
Like, let's just
background-
repeat that shit.
The background stuff is that the Emperor has a role to play in Vader's story.
I agree.
Snoke has a role to play in Kylo's story. That's
definitely.
the background that you get. It's not literally like Snoke came from here. I've been
It's
alive
not-
for this
yeah.
long.
It's not a Star Wars story,
It was
Snoke.
never going to be like that. Yeah,
I agree.
which I
I'm
hope we
just
get
saying-
in a book or a comic soon. But it wasn't in the movie. It didn't need to be in the movie.
No, I think it's a good conversation because people were pissed about one and then they accept the other, and it's just like they're very similar situations,
Yeah.
including the Emperor. We don't know anything about in the original trilogy. He's a hooded fuck. That's it. He's pissed.
He looks like a deformed monkey in the first one, the original.
Literally was.
It was an orangutan, which isn't a monkey. You need to step up.
Close. Okay.
Let's see here. I thought one of the badass things that happened that I noticed with Luke, which is going far for me. Luke is
he
the
doesn't
badass.
do many badass things.
And it kind of reminded me of when we talked about that deleted scene with Rey, where in episode 7, Unkar Plutt finds her on Takodana in Maz's castle in a deleted scene, and she like pulls the trigger and tries to kill him with Han's blaster. Actually, that's in the audiobook, but for episode 7. So it was like shoot first, ask questions later, almost like a Han Solo thing. During the training on Dagobah in 5, Yoda says, "Your weapons, you will not need them." And Luke takes them regardless and straps them on and walks the fuck in. I was just like,
yeah.
whoa. Like, he's like, you're cool and I believe you, but I'm not walking in there without anything.
Well, yeah, because he's still a baby back bitch as far as the Force goes.
I actually thought the opposite. Like, I'm not going to walk.
He was though.
I
baby
wonder
back
what
bitch.
would have happened if
Wait,
he
in
walked.
terms of the Force, like Luke didn't know much about
yeah.
the Force. He knew he could like lift some shit and like lightsabers and
That's
maybe
what the Force is.
maybe shoot a missile into a
Lifting
tiny
ropes.
hole, but
I
he
wonder
didn't know
what-
the depth of the Force. He didn't know that this whole cave system he's going to was.
Well, I wonder what would have happened if he walked in there without it.
That's what I
let's-
was wondering.
let's say
That's what I was
but
wondering.
I think that's a sign of like who he was, because like Yoda said, you go in there with what you take, or
Right. Well, he
and
took
so, like,
weapons and then
well,
he
he took
got-
weapons because of where he was like mentally, and who he was as a person, right?
Let's vet this out though, because if he walks in without weapons, he has nothing to defend himself against the Darth Vader with a lightsaber.
Yeah, but that's a
But
vision.
if he goes in there without trusting Yoda, if he goes in there trusting Yoda without weapons and believing in the Force and who he is,
He wouldn't have
not
seen
go-
Vader?
He's not going to have that same confrontation with Vader.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different vision.
Because when he chops Vader's head off, like it's Luke in the fucking helmet.
Yeah, it would have been
Because
a
it's his
different vision.
deepest fear, which he doesn't know, but it's like becoming that. So
I thought he saw that because he's such in a rush to face Vader, like he wants to face his evil.
Yeah, that's part
I
of
can
it.
see that too. Yeah,
Him thinking that he
regardless
needs,
whether he's
but like
armed
it
or
can be a
not.
deeper thing.
yeah, him thinking that he needs.
But either way, so if he goes in there without weapons, he's not going to have that same experience because his
would've
mentality,
been killed.
His mentality going in there is different.
No, it was a vision. It wouldn't have killed him.
I know, but still, Like,
Yeah,
what
Vader
if he
kicked
like
his ass
struck
later in the
struck
same
through him
movie?
and-
Like he couldn't have taken Vader like that.
I'm just saying. I think it would have been more of like a episode 8 Luke where Vader still would have showed up and sliced, and nothing would have happened.
Right.
And then like he would have came to like understanding like I'm better than just trying to murder my enemy.
Right.
That's what makes me and him different.
Right.
I'd
but
wager
he
that,
got
like-
there. He got to that point. Luke did.
And 6, yeah.
It just took him a while
Yeah.
because he was young and
saying-
restless and
I
wanted to blow
understand
up.
what
He
you're
blew up a Death Star. Like
Accidentally.
Yeah, that's true. I would
he
wager
used the
that
Force.
I would wager that Vader wouldn't even show up if he walked in without any weapons.
I think
Or
so
Vader
too.
would have showed up and not attacked him and like maybe revealed
It
himself.
would just been a threesome with Twi'leks.
I think so. I think so. I think you got to the bottom of
We
it.
got it. Oh, okay. I'm looking at it. You want the impossible. That is why you fail. I don't know why I wrote that down. I don't remember.
You want Luke says you want the impossible.
Yeah. You want
Oh,
the
and then
impossible.
Yoda's like, meh,
He lifts the
fucking-
X-wing, and then Luke's like, "I don't believe it," and that is why you fail.
I don't know why I wrote that down, but that's an epic scene. It just means a lot. Like,
Yeah, that's
You
a
clearly-
really, that's a really good scene though.
Hell yeah!
maybe that's why I wrote it down
Like
because it was
there's
so
no
pivotal.
confusing what's happening in that scene. Like I saw that as a 5-year-old and understood that scene.
Well, you fail because you don't believe. You think it's impossible because you don't believe.
Right.
That's why you fail because you don't believe.
Right.
Look at me. Judge me by your size, my size, do you? Like, come on. And he's like, he literally looks at him like shaking his head. He's like, no, I don't. Judge you by your size, you little bitch.
War's not make one great.
That's another one.
Such a good.
He's
line.
a great warrior.
War's not make one great.
Flashlight,
Give me the
bitch.
fucking flashlight.
All right. This is a theory I came up with, and it's not vetted out because I barely remember it.
Want to hear about it?
The quote, "No, there is another." So Luke flies away to save his friends on Bespin in the Cloud City.
Yes.
And Ghost, Obi and Yoda are talking, and that was our last hope. Obi says, "No, there is another." We all assume he's talking about Leia.
Already having seen 6, yes.
Even seeing 6. But
No, that's what I mean.
But
Okay, you
that's
know-
what I'm saying.
no, you
Whoa,
know- no.
shut the fuck up. What if they're talking about another Jedi that lived through Order 66 that they know about? Who's Rey's mother or father? It could be crazy. Like, we all assume Leia. It makes so much sense.
Well, and so
Go ahead.
Well, and so
I did. You wouldn't assume that until they have their connection,
what? Okay, Mike.
right? And like after that connection, she's just like Luke, and he's like, I know where the fuck she is. Let's get that. Or she's like, I know where Luke is. Let's get that asshole. Like, let's go pick him up. Like,
I feel like they could easily retcon that and be like, yeah, it was supposed to mean
No,
to the
no.
viewers.
They
No,
retconned it
because-
in 6 by making it Leia.
They didn't say that was our last hope in 6.
no.
No, because in 5 they say no, there is another. We don't know what
And
that
then
means.
there's another Skywalker.
No, but he doesn't.
Technically, now it could be Ezra.
He doesn't say Skywalker in 5 though. He says there is another, and then in 6 when he's dying, he tells Luke there is another Skywalker. So
Right.
now in 6 we know that was Leia.
Nope.
But in 5 when that happened, before 6 was written, Luke wasn't his sister back then.
You're still assuming that they're talking about the same person.
They still hinted at it. Like there was a strong because if they're gonna be like, oh hey, I'm Vader, I'm your fucking father. Like they're not gonna be like, we didn't plan for Leia to also be his sister.
I feel like they left it open in 5, and then when they decided that Leia was Luke's sister in 6, that ties it together.
I think there's a large assumption, and it's a logical.
You could be right.
It's a logical assumption because there's
It's the correct assumption.
I'm just saying.
And Lucas has a habit of like being like, oh, this little hint that I left, I'm gonna go back and change that and piss all the fans off.
No,
Yeah.
there is another, and
Yeah.
then when he's dying, there's another Skywalker. He could literally just be saying, "Look, you're not the only one of you." And then in Episode 5, we have another Jedi that
And
we
there's no
have.
way, and there's no way he's the only one left.
Well, Ezra's
some of
flying
those,
around.
Some of those Jedi's went and hid like
Yeah.
all over the universe.
I'm just saying there could be a
the
crazy
universe is
retcon.
big, or the galaxy's big.
Yeah.
They're not even in the whole universe. They could leave the fucking galaxy.
And we
Yeah.
know there's a lot of well, not a lot, but there's several Jedi that live through Order 66. So
Right.
I'm just saying it could be weird. I just
But
came
Vader
up with
did
that.
hunt down some of them.
Well, Vader did. Yeah, he fucked around a little bit.
A lot of them. Yeah, but maybe not all of them.
Ahsoka. It's Ahsoka.
Oh, let's
Dude,
hope. Could it be? I mean,
It couldn't have been in 1980, but it could be now.
Yeah, easily.
I'd be fine with that.
I'm just saying, I like it. Han
for it.
tortured. He.
Han tortured?
So in episode 5 on Bespin, Vader takes Han and they throw him. They're all in that like cage cell or whatever. Chewie's hanging out in the cell. They throw Leia in there and they drop off Han. It's almost like Jabba's palace almost, but Han's tortured.
Right.
Because they bring him into that thing and he's going and then it's like zapping and sparking and shit. And then they drop him off into the cell with Leia and Chewie, and Han like barely gets out. He's like, he never even asked me any questions, and I'm like, poof, Kylo Ren.
But
He Kylo Ren'd him, and I didn't
Who?
Vader
did.
Vader Kylo Ren'd him.
He didn't need to ask the questions. He just read his mind and tortured him
he
and
just-
knew what it
he
was.
just tore into there.
But
okay.
I was just like, whoa, he Kylo Ren'd him. That's so cool.
That's a connection.
That's such a small thing that for him to say, he never even asked me any questions, and it just sparked. Sparked me last night. I was like, what?
Spark, no.
For how small that shit is. I know. I'm a drinker too.
I'm a flyer.
Only your hatred can destroy me. So in the Bespin fight between Vader and Luke, he says that.
Yeah.
And I thought so hard on this that's truly the only way Luke was actually going to kill Vader.
Yeah.
Is if
Sure.
he tapped
Oh,
into
yeah.
his... Because light side, you're not going to kill your father.
Right,
Dark
'cause-
side's the only way you'll actually defeat me.
Right, and Vader already knew that it was his son, so he's like, I got here through,
My
this
way.
much anger of
Savagery.
me killing my wife, and thought the children died until, I don't know, however long before, and that
I stopped listening a while ago.
Couple weeks.
What are you talking about? Say it again. Anyways, so only
Vader
How many
gets
more-
it. Vader's
how
like,
many more-
I'm literally built of pure anger. So if you're angry and you're my son, then that's the way you'll kill me.
Yeah.
Kerner says there is another is supposed to be Mara Jade.
Man,
You're on a different planet right now.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you
It
could
could've,
read,
man.
you
You
could read
could,
into
but that's
that.
some
You could wreck on that.
that's some legend shit.
Yeah.
I like it. Only your hatred can destroy me. I thought that was pretty. It rang true.
Yeah, it's
like
huge.
that's what you actually mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious that Luke was defeated by luggage.
Dude,
Like,
I
he's
was
just-
watching that scene and I was like, it looks the way he just swings pathetically looks so embarrassing. Like 10 seconds after the thing hits him, he turns around and swings at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wrote that down. I was laughing at my own thing. He was defeated by luggage. Like there's just suitcases and shit flying. He's like, baggage claims a fucking bitch over here. Oh my god.
Goddamn, Southwest lost my motherfucking lightsaber.
So when he's saying I'm your father and he said join me, we can rule a galaxy as father and son, that really, I started thinking about maybe if he actually teamed up with him and they were able to overthrow the Emperor, that Vader would actually change. And not that he would be not dark side, but ruling the galaxy with his son, like he could make things they want the way they want them to be. Like the Emperor was the toiling jack off. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, Vader had been corrupted for 20 years.
well, it's changes in episode 6
Yeah,
because of his son.
Oh shit,
yeah,
he cut my
because
hand
he was
off.
tortured and shit. But like, if he's just like, yeah, I'll join you, and they're gonna use the day, because like, if he didn't join him, or if he did join him, then that would be still the dark side of like murder and deceit and lying and power. You
I'm
know,
just saying.
because that's the path that they would take. They're not like in 6. He's saving his son. He's sacrificing himself for the greater good, which is the light side. So if they took that literally is like, come on the dark side with me and we'll rule. And that's the logic we use to say that it'll be good, because that's how Anakin was corrupted, by thinking that was the better way. And he did that. He yells at Padme, being like, I'd be the ruler who'd tell them how to live because I'm better than them.
Well, I'm thinking like after the events of the sequels now, you can be pulled to the light. Like if they teamed up, I feel like Vader would be again pulled to the light. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason for him to even be pissed off anymore.
But why would he be pulled to the light?
Luke. It's one or the other. Luke gets corrupted and commits 100%, or Luke joins him and then turns it back. Yeah.
I think it's just a worthy topic. Just
Right, and I get that, and I just think that like once you start,
down the dark path.
Forever will I dominate your destiny.
Except for Darth Vader and anyone else who this
And
applies
probably
to.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
But even
And
Darth
Revan.
Vader didn't really he still barely broke it. He's like, oh,
Yoda's a bitch, man. Yoda's he's a dogmatic ass.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true, yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
only reason Vader...
except for when he came back and he was just like, fuck this shit, lightning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he knew that motherfucker already had the books and everything.
Vader also became a Force ghost at the end of 6 because he was truly saved. It wasn't even like he came to an understanding at the end of his life.
Okay,
Because the Sith can't become Force ghosts.
right.
So he was a Force ghost on Dagobah or whatever the fuck planet. Endor.
What do you think happens? He gets to the pearly gates and Jesus is there, and they're like,
And they have a lightsaber duel.
"Are you
I would watch that movie.
Sith or Jedi?" Like he has to answer.
Who's this?
Is
Dr.
Jesus,
Steve Brule?
Like I'm saying,
is Jesus from Alabama?
yes, he is. Obviously,
I like Alabama Jesus the best.
Are you a Sith or are you a Jedi?
I like sweet baby Jesus.
I like it.
No, because you said he got redeemed and he was a Jedi at the end because Sith can't become Force ghosts. Well, I don't think as he was throwing the Emperor down the pit, he was like, "Okay, as soon as I throw this guy, I'm Jedi again."
Right.
Oh, that's a very good point, Kerner. Sorry for not listening. I was reading. No, I'm being very honest.
Which Kerner, the top
So
one?
yeah, so he said Vader tortures Han and doesn't ask any questions because he's simply inflicting pain to lure Luke to Bespin. So maybe that was like I can feel they're in pain. Like I need to help my friends. So no, I like that. It's a
Yeah.
good point. But I took it as
And you're right, but like the backtracking is
Well, I think that was
like
that was
too,
the
though.
1980 answer for sure.
Yeah.
But I like the little, the insight of Kylo Ren.
because
like,
they also, I mean, he fucking froze Han before Luke was coming, so
Yeah.
what to say that wasn't what triggered him.
yeah.
Impressive.
Kerner.
Most
impressive.
impressive. I thought that was hilarious also. Like all the shit that Vader's done and he thinks just a really high jump with, oh, wow, impressive. Like as a white dude, that was a high ass
Well,
jump.
no, because last time he saw a jump that large, he got his fucking legs cut off.
Exactly.
Luke survived that shit. He's like, "Oh my god, you can actually do that? What the hell?"
You are my offspring. This is crazy. That was crazy. All right, no, that's all I had for episode 5. I thought the Yoda thing was the biggest. Like,
Yeah.
he's the
not as
same
great as
fucking
you
thing.
think.
And the shit stain was is epic.
The shit stain was
the first
the
and
biggest
most
thing.
important.
That was the biggest thing.
Absolutely the most important part of the movie.
Unforgivable. It's crazy that
That's
you can
all I
just
can
sit there
see
and
now.
watch the same movie over and over and be like, wait a minute, what did he say? I don't remember this at all.
Yeah. You know that deleted scene where C-3PO lures stormtroopers into the Wampa room? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like they open a room and a Wampa arm like grabs a stormtrooper. You ever seen that?
In episode 4?
5.
5. Yo, Wampa, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I'm talking about there?
No.
There's a little deleted scene about that, but there's a warning sign on this door. And I, for the first time, last time I watched it, noticed they walked past the door and there's like a yellow like hazard warning sign on the door as they walk past. You should watch that.
What
deleted
what's the hazard? Don't go in here. Instant death.
scene. It's written in Orbesh. I don't know what the fuck it said.
Orbesh.
But yeah, just notice little things like that every time you watch it.
Here we go. Shinobi and Kerner going at it. Kerner, you lost already. Just telling you. All right, what do we got here? Next.
Yeah, next beer.
Wait, we even fucking
Have we
talk
rated
about
this one?
No, because you were busy talking.
It is a podcast. What are you guys rating it?
I'm giving it a 3. Strong 3.
I finished that so long ago. 3.
I mean, if you like Yakima, this is a 3. This is
3.
better.
It's the same beer.
Yeah, well, to be fair, yeah, I agree. I think this is a little smoother drinking. So, yeah, 3 out of 3
Yeah.
because it tastes a lot like the other one.
They're very similar.
Unfiltered, fresh hops, pale ale, born yesterday. Done. 3 out of 3.
Sweet. All right, get another beer, larger bottle, I think, maybe.
The Hoppin' Frog.
Give
Okay, let's let's do Hoppin' Frog.
Give me some
Let's do
hops,
Hoppin'
man.
Frog. I've never had this one before,
Give me some hops.
so
Let me have some hops, man.
I'm pretty excited about this. So Hoppin' Frog, they're out of Akron. Oh,
Bro.
shit. Was that your phone?
Look, if you wanted to fuck around, you just ask me.
I'm gonna fucking. This beer better be good. Broke my phone for it.
It broke my phone.
Bullshit, the thing's a tank.
That's true.
Yeah, so Hop and Frog out of Akron, Ohio. They do some good stuff. Pour these
Cheers
beers.
and beers and all. ET over here. What do we got? Elliot Ness.
Cornholio.
Cornholio. I thought you were ET man, Elliot from ET. Doesn't he put the thing up and it goes down the slip and slide?
I haven't seen that movie since I was like 4.
That's good.
I don't remember it.
This is a lot of beer that Cody didn't have to drink. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Uber exists.
That's what I was thinking.
I agree.
I mean, it does.
Yeah.
I take Lyft though. I'm socially acceptable.
I take a pick me up.
Can you put that down, actually?
No.
Just one thing.
It's harder
There
than
you
it
go.
looks.
That's A-okay. It's time to meme. Oh, gosh. Nobody's going to get a picture.
You want to pose for it? I'm the great commander. Commander Holio.
I need cones for my revolution.
I need glass for my beers.
I need cones for my Order 66.
So this is called Fresh Frog Raw Hop Imperial IPA. It is 7.8%
Dude,
alcohol
you
by
are
volume.
knocking everything
I just
off
want
the
to. I want to ring the
table.
bell.
Drink a bell.
That was the weakest ring of all time.
I want to drink it. Stop. All right. What do we got? Hop and Frog.
Hop
You
and
said
Frog. Hop and Frog.
It's an IPA?
Yes.
Or is it just it's an
Ooh.
Imperial Pale Ale?
This is smelling.
Ooh.
Jeez. Putting that down. Switching this up. They're all hop. Oh, you're saying this is another wet hop?
Okay. Now
Wow.
I can finally tell.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of hops are in this?
I don't. Does it say? That is. Yes.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So, what are we tasting?
There, I
Some
want to know.
hops.
All right, so you know how I've talked about the type of hop that is a little, maybe more amber-ish, and that's like the kind of profile that I don't love.
Mm-hmm.
It's in this, and I don't know what kind it is. Maybe you can enlighten me, but
Special hoppy flavors.
but it's not bad. I think probably because it's wet hop, it's like fresher. But
So how do you feel about like Bell's Two Hearted, for example?
I like 200 a lot.
For your
Do you-
nipple.
a lot.
Yeah.
You don't get that amberish.
No, I don't from that. No.
Okay. Because that's what I was thinking when you said amberish. I was like, well, you know, those like, I don't know,
You're supposed to know.
those like well balanced,
why
those
you're
like
here.
a well balanced like maltier IPAs.
Now,
which is
there's
kinda
one
what's going on.
particular type of hop that I'm like not really a fan of, and it's in this. But I like this. I don't love it, but I like it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Ohio.
Ohio,
This is a good
round
Ohio
on
one.
the end, high in the middle.
This is really good. I like this. It could just be the big thing, the difference between this and the other one. So both of the other ones were lower in alcohol. They weren't Imperials. They have less hops. They have way less malt, which means less alcohol.
Wait, less malt means less alcohol.
Generally. So alcohol comes from fermented sugars.
Don't do that.
All
Don't do
sugars. Sorry. All sugars come from
Sorry.
from the wort, from the barley,
From the war.
from the grains.
Wort.
Wort.
Oh.
W-O-R-T.
Wort. That's
Bang a lot of horts.
beer tea before it gets fermented.
This is good.
Yeah.
I like it. It is a little extra ambery, especially for a pale ale.
Yeah. and
Imperial pale ale.
It looks like that too. If you guys can see.
But
this
it
shit.
wouldn't be a standard IPA.
It's like a really nice
No.
like amber gold,
No, Kerner. This is the opposite of your standard IPA.
and like
In
the
fact,
head's kind of got this little yellow tint to it. This is very hoppy for a pale ale. It's also 7.8.
Wait, it's just a pale. It's not.
It's just
Yeah.
a pale. It's Imperial pale ale.
So it's still an
So it's not
IPA.
India. It's not India.
It's Imperial.
It's
Fuck
Imperial.
these names.
Why do they make different beers?
Yeah, and they'll just be like the same.
Just standardize everything.
I can't.
Then we wouldn't have beer episodes.
That's true.
This one tastes like the last one.
That's pretty good. No, all things
Oh?
considered, with the hops that I don't love, and it being very strong Imperial, it's well balanced. It's good. I like it.
It tastes like a hop and frog. And
But
I
what-
mean that as all of their beers taste similarly.
Maybe it's not the hop. Maybe it's the malt. I'm thinking. Maybe
Yeah.
they have some particular kind of malt that they use in
think
all
it's-
their
I think
beers.
if it's amber tasting at all, it's a malt thing.
Might be.
Been wrong the whole time, just like the
I
rest
like
of
it
this
though,
episode.
but I see what you mean. It definitely has that sort of
Maltiness.
like deep malty earthiness to it.
It's better in this than the other beers that I've complained about.
It's almost like when they do the chocolate stouts. It's not actual chocolate. It's the roasted
Right.
malt.
It's called a chocolate stout. It's usually because there's chocolate in it, but there is.
I thought we heard differently.
there
If
is.
it's called a chocolate stout, that's different than it's just a stout with chocolate profile.
Oh,
Yeah. There's actually varietal, I don't know, whatever, of grain of barley called chocolate.
It's just a very extra roasted.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So maybe this is the stuff that's like
You
medium,
feeling okay?
medium roasted.
Yeah.
You look like a mistake.
I wanted to give Shinobi some good
That's not very
photos for Photoshop. But yeah, it's fine. It's good. My initial inclination to say 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wow.
Because he doesn't like the
But
caramel
I'll,
malt.
I can
that's
run. I
fine.
can run to a 2. I can run to a 2.
I think it's a
on this
3,
kind
but
of scenario.
I like a 3. This is really good, but I'll settle for a 2 if you need to. Like
No,
this is
I'm with
really
you.
good. Yeah.
No, I'm with him. 1.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my inclination.
No, because I'm not saying, and in no way is a 1 bad. I'm just saying this is
Right,
not.
right.
This is not. This is not for me. Like this is decent and it's like different, but we always go back to the D word. Is it drinkable? Yeah,
It's close.
It's
to
right
drinkable.
there.
Yeah,
But this
Yeah,
isn't like after one of these, I'm done drinking with this. I would easily run to something else after this.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good argument. I can
So.
see that. I wouldn't drink 4 pints of this.
I agree.
Sorry, I keep doing that.
it's okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, this is good though.
All right. What else do we have? Solo. Let's run into that real quick.
We just did
Just real
commentary on
quick?
it. I don't know.
Yeah, real quick.
It's traumatizing because I've seen the movie so many times and it's terrible.
So have you bought it on
Do you
Blu-ray
think
or
it's
something?
terrible?
No, I'm being facetious.
Oh, I watched it on Netflix, maybe,
No.
or just illegally online. Then I streamed it online.
Yes.
After
I watched Solo.
I went and saw it like that night because I saw you guys there. But
Oh, duh. Yeah.
but I think I've only watched it illegally online since then. I don't think I've gone to see it in theaters. Sorry,
And
don't,
you were
don't
just
do that.
you were just whelmed by it. You weren't
Whoa,
overwhelmed
whoa, whoa.
or underwhelmed.
So, it was so if you take it out of the context of the Star Wars universe, it was a really good movie. The plot was good, the story was good. Even if you put it into the Star Wars universe, it still had a lot of quality to it. It answered, I don't know if it answered a lot of questions, but it brought a lot of story that wasn't told. But Han Solo in that movie was just not. It wasn't Han Solo. And maybe it's just because that guy's not Harrison Ford, he doesn't understand it, or maybe it's because this was pre Han Solo getting his heart broken, he wasn't a bitter asshole. But like to me, he was just your generic guy smiley hero character instead of like this sort of anti-hero tough
he's
guy
innocent.
that comes around in the end.
He's not Harrison Ford Solo yet. He's more innocent. He's a little more reckless. He's like sure that he's unsure of himself. He's like, I really have no fucking clue. This thermal detonator, like, you're just a dumbass. Stop it. Lady Proxima called him out. He's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And then later on, he gets so lucky throughout his life, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. We'll take off light speed right now. Is that possible?
First on the movie, the fact that you said as a movie outside of the Star Wars universe, it's good. I think that is important because it's unlike any other Star Wars movie, and it's supposed to kind of feel like that. So I think that
why is it
alone,
supposed to feel like that? I mean,
because it's not a saga movie. There's no Jedi. There's no Sith. There's no light. I mean, okay, fine. There's a Sith
Right,
cameo,
sure.
but it's not about the Jedi and the Sith.
right, okay.
You know what I mean? It's about these grungy motherfuckers. I think that's the point of it, and I think that's important to say.
Yeah, but like, what grungy motherfucker is just like making jokes and smiling with his buddy Chewbacca the whole
What
time?
else are they gonna do?
Because he's better off. He's free. Like when you're born
But
a
he has to fight
slave.
there. The whole movie is him fighting to get out of that shit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, but
whole
dude, they're
movie.
cracking
And it's
jokes
like,
the whole time,
even-
man. Anakin and Obi-Wan are like literally killing Sith
Happy
lords
dancing.
and talking about making fucking loose wire jokes.
They were
Oh,
killing
let's go kill
droids. They're
Count
made
Dooku.
of metal and like programming.
And Count Dooku is made of Sith.
Yeah, well, Count Dooku was a piece of shit, and only Anakin killed him.
Bro, don't go there with me
Only
with Count
Anakin,
Dooku. I will end you.
only Anakin killed him. Obi-Wan was knocked the fuck out.
He was.
And,
Whoa.
And
Twice.
Palpatine's like, do it.
No, that's good for Dooku. That's what I'm saying.
Dooku takes out everybody but Anakin, the chosen one.
And Anakin should have lost, but he's fucking dark side Anakin, so he's like ready to go. Not dark
He's
side
also
Anakin.
commanding Grievous.
Yeah.
Like he's the middle ground.
and Asajj. And
And
Savage.
Asajj. And Savage.
And everybody.
And Porkins. I thought it was hilarious. Kerner says, where was it? I'm balls deep in my Kira cup from Denny's. And everyone's like, that put a bad picture in my mind. He's actually balls deep.
That's
into the
unfortunate
Kira
to
cup.
say because that could literally be true. Oh my god.
What else is in the cup with your balls, Kerner?
Jesus, Kerner. You got to end this. Yeah. You spelled Kira wrong too. Sorry. It's not her name.
Spell it with a K.
How do
And
you
no
spell Kira?
apostrophe. Come on, man. Apostrophe, please.
Yeah, it's a Q apostrophe, huh?
QI''RA. Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen
Fancy
with
as
that?
fuck. With what?
That's obviously set up for future movies.
I think it was. I think with the new change of if they're going to shift things or slow things down, that might affect it a little bit. But I would love to see at least a sequel and maybe a trilogy, not all about Han, but in this same kind of timeline. In this with this
outside
these groups,
outside of the Jedi's.
yeah, the
sorta
Crimson
like,
Dawn, the criminal underworld kind of thing. I think it made sense for that.
because you essentially have like this government that is going back and forth between whoever's in power, which is mostly controlled by dark and light. That's like the center of the galaxy, right? And then
Yeah.
you have the outer rim, which is literally like if you picture like the Milky Way galaxy, right?
I'm
Like,
picturing the
that
biggest
outer fucking,
underworld
like-
stuff is happening right on Coruscant, right in the middle of everything.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
the Milky
true.
Way
Well,
looks
that's
like.
also like what the fuck? How does that happen? Is that what Washington's like?
I've been there.
Is there like
You mean New York? Like the biggest city?
yeah?
Like that's New York of Star Wars Galaxy.
I've never been in a basement in New York. I'll get back to you on that.
But it's also not the capital of the country or you know, the world.
it was or
True,
it could've
but
been.
I mean, I feel like that's
Philly.
that's the closest
Philly.
analogy is New York.
That's a good point though. I
With
like
the
that.
fucking subways and the madness of that. Yeah.
DC has subways.
Okay.
See,
I'm talking,
isn't that where
do
the
you
Men in
understand
Black
what
are?
I'm saying?
Where are the Men in Black based out of?
New York. Everything's in New York.
Oh yeah, he's
Everything is New
NYPD.
York.
It's either New York or LA, bro. Come on.
True.
Wait. Let's get this right. Men in Black is where?
Name 75
NYPD.
movies. I bet
Are you
half.
sure it's not LAPD?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Rush Hour is LAPD.
Rush Hour is LAPD.
See, I always get those two mixed up because they're NYPD.
you're right.
and LA.
Independence Day. He's LAPD.
Oh, you're right.
No, he's not LAPD. Sorry.
No, he's not.
He's
not
Air Force,
he's Air
but he
Force.
does live in LA. Sorry.
See,
Because they go out of the desert. There's no desert near New York.
No,
not that I know of.
not that I thought of. Anyways, back to the Solo thing. I think Han Solo in that movie was my favorite version of Han Solo.
Really?
Yes, I think I finally got some Han Solo insight. I think I finally saw him do some shit besides talk shit at Leia and then fly through asteroids.
I think
And that could be me being cynical and
Those
prequel
movies
fan.
were made in the 80s. Like, what
Yeah.
asteroids are going to flow through? Like,
But that's kind of part of the point. Like, that's fine. And Han Solo's a cool character, and they thought of him back then. But now I get to see what he's actually like. That's my whole thing.
I disagree. I think the Solo Han Solo makes the Harrison Ford Han Solo better.
Yeah,
yo,
so I
definitely.
prefer the Harrison Ford Han Solo.
it's the same character.
I know. I'm
It's
just
not,
saying.
though. It doesn't feel like the same character.
It is the same
It
character.
doesn't feel like it, though.
He's
It
12. He's like
is.
12
I'm
years
still
younger.
struggling to make that connection.
Well, that's a personal thing you got to figure out.
Yeah, connection or not, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, the Darth Maul in Solo isn't the Darth Maul I knew from Episode 1, but fuck it.
All right. That's fair.
It's not fair. It's a shitty point of view.
It's true.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I-
he's like, oh, I have one line, and here I am. But it's the same dude. Who's literally the same dude.
Doc Smith says MIB is NYPD. Will Smith says stands for knock your punk ass down. I remember that shit when he was hunting down that alien with the he
With
blinked
the snake,
sideways.
yeah.
Dude, Men in Black is
Cat eyes.
so legit. The movie is so good.
Those towers that the dude takes off, those are real somewhere.
Why
Yeah.
don't you guys do
Yeah.
a fanboy
They're in
commentary on
Queens.
Men in Black?
We could and
That's
Rush Hour.
actually a pretty good idea.
And Rush Hour.
We've talked about Rush
Honestly,
Hour.
you could
yeah.
do every single Rush Hour.
Dude, Rush
All
Hour
of them
is so
were great
good.
movies. They were slightly worse, but they were all really good.
Oh, the third one?
Third one, I don't remember at
But it was
all.
still Rush Hour.
Two, I think.
Two
They
was
were, they were
great.
in France, maybe?
Bonjour,
Where there's
yeah,
like an
great.
Eiffel Tower
Yeah,
something,
bonjour.
and I don't know.
No, those spaceships. They're in like I think it's
What?
called Flushing Park in New York, in Queens.
Yeah.
I've seen them
The spaceships in Men in Black at the
By
end
the-
where the
by the-
cricket takes
Oh,
off.
right,
Those are
yeah,
actual.
yeah,
by
Yeah.
the Met Stadium. Yeah, I've seen them in
Ah.
person. I've been there.
Wasn't it the Space Needle? No. No,
That's Seattle.
yeah.
That's Fraser Crane. What are you talking about,
That's why I said never mind. I tried to.
Where?
I'm
guys?
just gonna shut up.
It's the last time he's going to be on.
No more guests.
Until next time.
No more guests. Oh my
get
god.
it.
I don't. I disagree. I think Donkey Kong's the greatest.
Donkey Kong's
Donkey
stupid.
Kong sucks.
Donkey Kong sucks. You know what? You suck. Crimson. No, I really think they were setting up. So this is my thought. Originally, Han Solo was supposed to be a 2-part thing, and I think when they hired Ron Howard, he said, "No, we're going to do it all in one, and we're going to do a hard one movie thing." I still think they left it open. for like a Crimson Dawn like Akira. Like if they went off and did Akira continuation story, that could be epic.
I feel like
All right.
they
hard.
leave it open on purpose because they know the state of Star Wars. They want to be able to go back in 4 years and make Solo 2 if they want, right?
I definitely agree. I think
Yeah.
hard agree because if you just look at the movie, watch it. Like, how many times do they emphasize this is Han Solo's blaster? This is how he got his blaster. This is what it looks like. This is Han Solo's fucking blaster. Like, that's how the franchise is becoming, which is fine. But like, to not think that they're setting this up for the future.
I don't think it was like obvious though. Like Han and Beckett were casually talking, and he's disassembling his rifle, and then like it's in the shadow of like the firelight by their
They
campsite.
have four.
and then he kisses it and tosses it to him. Like, oh,
No.
and then oh shit, that's Han Solo's
They
blaster.
have 3 different close-ups of his blaster throughout the whole movie, at least.
There's more than that.
Like I said,
I feel
at
like
least.
the only time they were focusing on it was
I would say go back and rewatch it, but
that one spot.
You just have-
We just
that
did,
just
and I
happened.
only noticed it that one time.
yeah,
What's-
they've done it
what
at least
blaster?
3 times.
What blaster was it?
Who are we talking about? What movie?
Jakku's blaster.
I hate this.
Jakku's blaster. You need to leave.
So I took a screenshot of something off Instagram, which I thought was super interesting. And it
Were there
also,
sand crawlers on Jakku?
were there sand crawlers on Jakku?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I lost a trivia question because of that.
I don't think so.
There was a picture.
We
It was
didn't
just
see any.
sand. It was sand, and then there was a silhouette of a sand crawler on the sunset, and I thought it was Tatooine, and I missed it, and we lost 500 points, and I'm still pissed about it.
Wait, you said Tatooine and you were wrong?
Yeah, it was Jakku, and I'm like,
I don't think so.
I don't think
No.
we've seen sandcrawlers on.
But we never even seen Jawas.
This is why we need to do trivia. Let's be honest.
So
I
you
didn't
can get that
I
right?
didn't get into it. I didn't want to argue about it, but I'm still upset about it.
People are like, oh, it's Dagobah.
They did.
Did
So they still might make a movie
what is he even talking
with
about?
a minute.
That could be back to Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I screenshotted something off of Star Wars _lore. So not Lore Master. Sorry, Shinobes. So Star Wars lore on Instagram. And it basically did a breakdown of the overall Star Wars as a franchise and its income. So, and they broke it down by, let's see, toys, video games, box office, DVDs, books, other, and rentals.
Yeah.
So they total
That makes sense.
everything all together, and I'm not 100% sure when this was, like if this was 2018 or whatever, but overall it says $33 billion as everything. Toys, video games, every fucking thing. Guess what the number 1 income was? I think you saw it, but
Toys.
toys. Easily.
Yeah.
What's the number 2?
Movies.
No!
Food.
Bantha surprise.
Try again. So it's not box office. I guess I would assume that's what you mean. So the other ones are DVDs, books, other rentals, and video games.
Video games.
DVDs, I would say.
Video games.
Really?
What are you doing, Disney? This year's number 2 income revenue stream.
Do you guys know
Revenue stream. And you are
Disney-
not doing shit.
Damn, dude.
You know that
that's
Disney
so-
makes 90% of its profits on merchandising, which means selling the rights to movies, selling
That includes
toys,
video
like,
games and
everything.
toys.
It does.
Yeah.
So like,
So toys-
How much? Okay, so how much money do you think you've spent on both DVDs and going to see these movies live versus in this room alone? How much money have you spent on Star Wars toys?
Oh, yeah. Movies like
Like,
10% of my total Star
Yeah.
Wars expenditure.
yeah, easily.
15% maybe.
I don't even put 15%.
I saw Last Jedi 5
Look
times.
at these posters. How much did you spend on each one of these posters individually?
6 cents, $5, 3 cents.
That's not a thing.
That's a lie.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, I think that's actually
No, I
interesting
spent a lot on
because
toys.
I
That was a cool
probably
breakdown, though.
I probably spend, awkwardly enough, I probably spend more on books.
Yeah.
I don't buy. I've never. I don't
You
think I've
guys
ever
do a
bought
lot
a.
of books, though.
Star Wars.
Which is awesome.
And each of those, let's guess, 10 to 15, depending on if it's a hardback.
There's 4
or,
over there too, and there's 2 at my house.
so, like, clearly, you spend more even on books than you do
Probably.
DVDs. Like, you buy it once, that's it. You're
Yeah.
done.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Until they release a new format, yeah.
But all the Bane books.
But even
that's-
then, like, that's becoming less of a thing. 'Cause it's, like,
Yeah.
mostly standardized now.
And mostly digital.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, toys are number one. Clearly, that's half of it almost. 33 billion. They're saying 15 of that is Star Wars
That
toys.
totally makes sense, though.
So lightsabers to Legos to pops to everything. Like, I feel like that's all included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video games is number two. In the past 10 years, I think I've bought 2.
Did you ever buy any?
There's only
additional
2 to
content?
buy.
But think about how much money people just spent on fucking Battlefront
fucking
alone.
a lot. I spent a lot on
alone.
fucking.
I didn't know you don't.
Fuck it. That's number 6 industry for Star Wars.
Fucking.
It's fucking.
Does that include cosplay? Cause
Twilight
that's really
cosplay,
right, yeah.
porn cosplay.
Porn. Star Wars porn. Number 3. No,
I just love the Twi'lek, whatever.
Yeah. The Legus.
The Legamitas.
The Legumes.
Box office is number 3. That's crazy that people spend more money on video games over box office. The
That's
box
not crazy
office.
at all.
If one person buys a game
No.
and a movie ticket,
No, I get it. I get the premise, but the fact that the box office is the medium, that is Star Wars. All this other shit is the extra shit around it.
Yeah, but the box office
is it.
happens
I'm just saying.
when the movie
because
comes out.
this is one of the most established franchises.
Yeah.
This is the most established franchise in the country.
Yeah, it's the biggest
I would
pop
argue
culture
that, like,
anything
it is,
ever.
Like, yeah.
in the world, probably.
It's also
It is
actually
the one thing in the world that, like, you can give a spoiler to someone who's never seen the movies and they understand it. They could be
Right.
like, "Hey, Darth Vader is Luke's father." They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I knew that."
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the movie comes out. It's in the box office for what, 2 months?
Right.
That's it.
Maybe 3 if you count like cheap ass secondhand places.
Right.
video games are $60 versus a $10 movie ticket. Where are you going to see movies,
And
motherfucker?
like even to you, so if you saw Solo 10 times, and then if you bought
one video game.
if you bought Battlefront 2, you're only like $20 difference.
Yeah.
So you buy the season pass, and then it's
Yeah.
the same exact price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where does your money go?
But you get a lot more, entertainment value out of Battlefront.
No, I
No.
didn't. Sorry.
That's why you got to stop playing EA games. Oh, they're so
I
bad.
don't have a
Oh,
choice.
that
so
was my
bad.
argument. Why are they strangleholding their own sales by letting EA do nothing with it?
I guarantee you they're not strangleholding their sales. They're making a fuck ton of money.
Who is?
No, I don't think
Disney.
so.
Disney's making a lot of
That-
money, but
that-
they're limiting themselves on the game.
If that's how they feel, they're hurting their brand by letting
Can you
EA
imagine
run
if
shit.
so let's say they let it die down and give Video Game World, and then they come out with a free to play,
They
some
might
kind
be
of
working
like,
on something in the background.
Can you imagine how well a Star
I
Wars
can.
free to play game would do?
I can.
They would make billions. Like Fortnite would shut down because they would have nobody playing it because Star Wars would be better.
You know what's funny? I don't know why I just thought of this. I was playing Battlefield 4 today, and I was playing for the first time in let's call it a goddamn year. I
Land
played
King Dam?
I played Flood Zone, which
Oh, nice.
at one point was all that anyone played.
I
Like
know.
Shanghai, but I hadn't played it for like 6 months. But in Flood Zone, there's billboards all across like the entire map, and I'm like, they should sell these billboards out.
Yeah, that's
They should.
brilliant. They should.
And I was like, I'm staring at like 3 of them. There should be like Apple, Disney, and Mopar.com.
You should go apply for an advertising job at EA.
Be careful what you wish for.
I'm gonna get
He
fired
didn't wish
immediately.
for that. I just said
Yeah.
it.
EA's gonna get dropped immediately. Who'd you pick up? Yeah, you're done.
That's true. Try to predict where Disney's going to go next and get hired by them instead.
Also, I do want to bring up that Aperion. I am
yes.
so fucking pissed.
So, people that have listened to us, Docking Bay 94, our episode 94, actually, we had the guys from Apeiron, Ape Iron, aka Apron, aka Apron, KOTOR. They were remaking KOTOR.
And they were, I want to say
That's
they were
sweet.
like 80% of the way through. It looked delicious.
They were
It all
close.
looked so fucking good.
Yeah.
And Disney gave them a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Like a week
last
ago.
week. Yeah.
So they were like that close. And then,
Yeah.
see, I had reached
Was
out to
that
them.
it? Were they just like, okay? Or were they
What else are they
like,
supposed to do? Like,
Well, when they
try and contract with Disney?
by the time they announced the cease and desist, the tweet said like they had
Oh, okay.
tried a ton of other avenues and this was just how it was.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they mentioned when they were on, we talked about them like, developing the game and how they make it. You need a lot of the assets from the game itself, so it's kind of like a glorified mod.
Right, yeah, because all the like
Which people are like,
audio work and everything.
If it's a mod, then just it's a mod. You don't have to worry about it. But they said they had tried a bunch of things, so it must be serious enough that they had to like stop.
that just makes
What
me
if they
so
broke
mad.
it down and just did a graphic overhaul or graphic overhaul?
That's kind of what they were doing.
They might. I don't know.
No, they were doing a lot more than that. If they're doing a remake, because I'm sure like everything was smoother and
Oh yeah, no, it was
fixed all
they
the
were
bugs and shit. Like
They were
if they broke
rebuilding
it down,
all
be
of
like,
the
this is a
areas.
graphic hall. This is a. I'm calling out to you guys.
feel-
Break that
I'm
shit down to
sure-
piece by piece. They probably thought about
I'm
it.
sure
yeah,
they
they were
would've
probably
thought
way
about
smarter
it.
than me. You do a graphic call and then be like, pair it with this fucking bug fix.
No,
See,
they
I-
were like rebuilding all the areas.
the
and
entire
everything.
I'm
map.
saying like if they broke, yeah,
Yeah, it's unfortunate
if they
because
can program
I mean,
a game like I fucking way smarter than me.
yeah, that's like I mean that's huge for a lot of Star Wars fans. Is like besides the movies, like KOTOR is big. Old Republic is big, so
It was
people
being
were
done
like-
on a completely different engine. So that's what, yeah, they were building it from scratch
wow,
on a
okay.
completely different engine. So that's why it's like,
Oh,
why can't it
that's so
live by
nice.
itself? I don't know. I guess maybe because it's on a different engine, it's not a mod anymore. It's a complete remake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically a new game.
So two ways to look at this. One is
Disney's not fucking around.
They started to get a little serious with the game, and then because they started releasing
good.
like character models and stuff like in the past like 3 or 4 months. Before that, it was all like landscapes and areas and settings. Now they're starting to release characters. So one hand is Disney's cracking down on things. The other hand, if you want to look glass half full at stuff, is that something is a brewing with Old Republic, and they don't want anything encroaching on that timeline at all.
No, the only reason is because KOTOR is still actively being sold because it's now backwards compatible.
I think so, but
That's the only reason.
I think that there is so
That happened like
when
3 months ago, though.
yeah, but still, like, why would I buy the backwards compatible one when I can buy a brand fucking new one?
You don't have to buy it though. That's the point.
Okay, but so when it was in the depths of like Star Wars and it was coming out like or Star Wars, oh my god,
KOTOR. That's the Old Republic.
Game of Stars,
Star Trek.
Trek Wars.
Fuck around. Darth Maul wants it.
holy shit.
What are you talking about? Curious George. Let's go around.
All right. So when StarCraft 2 was like in the first few years of existing, there was a huge group of people that were building. So like World of Warcraft was still really popular. And like it was at its peak, and there were people building. Essentially, they were making an RPG that would have been better
Then World of
on the StarCraft like
Engine.
Yeah. And so Blizzard did shut it down, but they hired like half of the people from it. And I think they probably would have hired all of them, but some people didn't want to do it. And like they hired all these people. So optimistically, maybe
motherfuckers will get picked up.
in
There's only two of them,
maybe
so-
in a year you're gonna see KOTOR 2019 with
But-
these same people that have been working on this shit for 10 years because they love that shit
I feel
so
like
much.
EA would have to be the ones to hire them because EA has
Well,
the-
okay, but they would recognize the talent of these people. I mean, they're like, hey, you've already done this shit. Like, come bring that to us because that would be
EA
a
doesn't.
huge.
That's not how they operate.
That is exactly how they operate because they operate only based on money. If you bring someone on board who's already done the programming for something,
No.
it's going to cost a lot less than
No.
bringing on new designers.
it's wishful thinking, but that
No.
shit ain't gonna happen.
EA doesn't work that way.
EA just works
I
in
think that-
mysterious ways.
I think that they work exactly that way.
I don't think so. If they cared about the people that were actually like,
No, it's not about caring. It's about the cost. That's all EA cares about is the cost. And this is the most efficient way to bring on a new game. And
I mean, they've
to
been-
revitalize an old game and make a new one.
yeah, but they've been working on this shit for like 3 years. So
Yeah.
if they're gonna make a brand new game, they're looking ahead to like some new engine that
Yeah.
like, they wouldn't have been developing.
Because
now.
it wasn't
Well,
a
their engine
brand
already
new engine.
sucks
I don't
ass,
know what engine they were actually using.
Frostbite,
Unreal?
probably. I have no idea.
Probably Unreal.
Actually, that kind of. I think you're right. I think it was Unreal.
I'm not sure.
Was
What
it
would
cartoony?
you-
I mean, Unreal is
No.
just the fucking most brilliant engine that's ever
No,
been
it wasn't
made.
cartoony. What would you pay
For what, Piron?
for what they if
Like
they
the
were?
KOTOR remake?
Yeah,
It's hard to say. I mean,
$29.99.
Oh yeah.
The tough
I'd
part
easily
is that
spend $30 on a
it's-
KOTOR remake.
it's
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Fuck
If
yeah.
it was $50, I would pay it.
Yeah.
What would I want to pay? Yeah, like
$4. Is that what you're doing?
$30.
Unreal 4. Oh,
$30
I see.
would be very generous. I would do $30 in
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah.
$30?
Why?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't EA just be like,
Fuck yeah.
no, continue doing that. We'll pay you a salary for the next year.
Because they have some Old Republic story brewing, they can't fucking do
No,
it.
they don't. I guarantee it.
I know they don't.
Oh,
It's wishful fucking thinking. Yeah, I mean, Kerner just said those savages lost 3 years of their life. That is rough, man. I mean, I
Losing a
know they're
child.
like they're not only committed to this, like they do know how to develop a game, but
Right.
they've been working on this shit for a while. Pretty
We were
much
going
since
to be
we've
in it.
been-
I'm pissed.
We were going to be in it. We're going to be the Schlummies, man. Now we're going to get a fucking first voice acting
We were gonna be the
job.
Schlummies.
That's amazing.
Damn.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that sucks. That's so sad.
You know what make you feel better?
No,
Another beer.
sure. Guys, this is
You know,
so
let's be
sad.
I'm done with this. I'm done with them. I think 3's enough.
Get the Trogs. You don't have to drink it.
You can have it. I've had this one. This is really good. I actually really enjoy the hot knife. Yeah, so I lived, let's call it 20 minutes away from Trogs, which is an awesome brewery. That's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. It's so clean, so big. It's like
Such great beer.
Land Grant times 3. I mean, it's that
Yeah.
big.
At least.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huge.
And they've got, first of all, buttered rosemary popcorn.
What?
Holy shit.
To put rosemary in their butter and just like pop it.
They put butter in their popcorn?
Butter and rosemary. It's the
You don't put butter in your
They
popcorn.
put popcorn in their rosemary?
Guys.
Sorry. What?
Ooh, that's darker than I remember.
It's pretty.
Hop knife is good.
It's pre.
It's dry.
It's
From
pretty.
what I remember.
It's
Pretty.
It's pre. Either what's going to happen is they're going to release Fallen Order, and they're going to take a big,
You say
long-
Fallen Order?
Fallen Order, yeah.
Like the next fall game?
No, the next Star Wars game. They're going to release that and take a big, long break and figure
Play
this
that
shit
fall
out.
Game, though. I'd play Fallen Order.
Or in the... No, you haven't. It's not out yet.
It's not out
I
yet.
would play Fallen Order if it was
Thank
a
you.
Fallout game.
Good. No, you
That'd
play
be
it
a
if you're...
great
It's a
sequel.
Star Wars game. It is a Star Wars game.
I'm here, too.
I don't know. I didn't play. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You just lost my entire train of thought. I don't know what I was going for.
Star Wars games.
Fallen Order is going to be released. It's
Fallen
going to
Order.
be great. Because if it's not
I'm
going to be great,
I am not saying that.
no, I am. I'm saying if
No.
it's not great, they are fucked.
I have
That's
literally...
3 games in a row where you completely missed.
I have zero faith in them. I'm sorry for the people that work on the games. I'm sure there's people at DICE and EA that care about Star Wars and love it and are trying to pour their energy into the game and keep getting fucking stifled by the corporation shit and the publicity and the marketing and
Yeah.
everything else. I'm sorry, but I don't have any faith that they're going to release a good game. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just don't at this point.
I agree.
Everything with Battlefront 2, I tried. I'm like, man, this game sucks. I'm just going to stick with it because I love Star Wars. Oh, they're going to release an update. I'm just going to stick with it until then. And then it just, one thing after another, it never fucking works for them. It just never works. I'm done.
Well, to be fair, they've only had 2 shots at it, and they've released the same fucking game just in... Like, what?
It's not like they don't know how to fucking make a game. It's EA. And
there's
it's
not
DICE.
even any... There's not even any
Yeah, there isn't
Rogue
any.
One stuff in it. Can you be Krennic yet?
No.
There's a movie that came out 2 fucking years ago, and you guys ain't even know about it yet. What are you doing?
Yeah, that should be a
They're all-
capitalization.
they're all
like, oh, your
backwards.
movie's released. Here's these new characters within a fucking week of the release.
It
Well, they
shouldn't-
did that.
That's what it
with
should be.
With Solo and stuff. But yeah.
But like,
But those were just
who did they
skins.
release?
Those were just
Who did they
skins.
release in Solo? Han Solo already existed. Chewbacca
Yeah.
already existed.
Yeah.
That's not creating a new character.
I know.
In a story that people
Lando
fucking-
already
because
existed.
like I don't know how you guys feel, but
Look, why am I trying to defend this shit? You're
Rogue
right.
One-
Fuck this shit. Fuck
Rogue
this game.
One was the best movie of the new era of Star Wars.
I wouldn't
Hands
say
down.
best.
It was the best.
You can say that you liked it the most.
No, I think it was the best. I think it was the best movie in every aspect.
I appreciate that you liked it the most.
Wait, say that again? Which one?
Rogue One.
It's on the top of my list.
Of the new era of Star Wars. I
I
think it was the
understand.
best of
Yeah.
those 4. What do you think is the best then? Because you're clearly don't agree.
Episode 7's the best.
I think Rogue One had some real issues in the first 2/3.
Why?
Getting things moving and getting me caring about the characters. And I think that's important. I think Rogue One worked because the last third was fucking epic and amazing. No doubts there. And I think it was really rooted in A New Hope. TIE Fighters, X-Wings, fucking the Tantive 4, Star Destroyers, everything. Tarkin, the Death Star, everything. I think it was rooted in the original Star Wars, and that really helped it stand still and hold on.
Okay. See, I thought that the story of
See
what
what
they
I
was
did
like,
there?
they filled in these little gaps and they made it really interesting of these characters that we've never heard of and will never hear of again.
Yeah.
And the fact that they try to root it in modern era, like they tried to like make a throwback was awful. Every throwback, Tarkin was horrible. It was the worst CGI I've ever seen.
I loved it.
Tarkin was so
Tarkin
bad.
looked great.
Tarkin
Tarkin looked
did not look
Tarkin
great.
looked fucking incredible.
Tarkin
Yeah.
did not look incredible.
He
I agree.
turned around and I was like,
Tarkin
that
looked
is-
really good, but you could see with CGI. You just look at his face and go, "That's not a real person."
But why
I
is
can
that
That's not a
tell
real
the
person.
fucking Star Destroyers were CGI and the TIE Fighters were
Yeah.
CGI and the
Because
X-Wing
those
was
aren't
CGI.
people. Those aren't people. So we're not like
No.
we do not.
No,
Pod racers aren't real.
Okay,
No.
so let me just tell you guys this.
No.
Like
Watto.
the Pod Racers were real. They're just miniatures. Yo,
Watto's not real.
Tarkin looked fucking awesome.
okay, so humans, how
Cuban-
we see worlds.
Humans.
Like, we are programmed to see faces.
Yeah.
That's how we're programmed. Tarkin's face was not real.
I
You
saw Tarkin, I was like,
you
fucking
can't see
goddamn, it's
that,
Peter Cushing.
And you go, that's a fucking CGI version of him.
No, I saw him and I was like, Peter Cushing.
No.
And then my brain was like, he's dead. I was like, oh shit. Well, that looks really good though.
I did not think
If-
that. I went like, I'm like, okay. You watch him talk and you go, no.
But if that
Those
was your
eyes are
issue,
so bad.
but if that was the issue with the movie,
Oh, that's
which
my
you know-
only. That's my only issue with the movie.
Well,
the
that's
movie
what I'm
was
saying.
pure, I love that movie. That was my only issue with the movie was Tarkin. He looked so fake to me.
Wait, that is your only issue?
That's my
Yeah.
only issue.
I thought he looked great.
Well, and the shield thing was stupid, but
I thought the shield thing was kind of cool.
I liked the scene, but that's the only time they've ever done like a shield like entrance. Like that almost was like taken from fucking
Yep, Spaceballs.
Thank you. Yeah, Spaceballs. It was a Spaceballs scene, which is fine because Spaceballs is one of the best movies ever made as well. Great,
Suck,
great parody.
Suck.
Spaceballs
When it
was
turns
good.
becomes into
Yeah.
Maid McTron or whatever the fuck. Mega Maid. That's what it is.
I'm gonna try
What
to find
scene are you
this
looking
dude.
for?
I just want to see Tarkin at all
Okay.
in any of this. Like he turns around
there.
right there. I'm like, are you kidding me?
And then you see him talk. And it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so.
The weird thing is-
This
No,
is my issue with Star Wars and watching it is like some people watch Solo and they're like, that's terrible. I'm like, do we watch the same movie? What are you talking about?
No. See,
I feel the same way about this. Like I watch it, I'm like, God damn, it looks like he's back from the dead.
I looked
I
at.
don't think
I
so.
look at.
Every time I see him, like
He
you see,
looks fake right there.
That's not him.
I know, and that's the issue. Krennic looks fake.
He looks. I don't know. It just.
I think you're looking too much. Yeah, Krennic looks fake right there because he's like sweaty.
Dude, you
And that, just the way his. Oh, I don't know. You
Oh.
you might be right. You might be right, and I might just be projecting the fact that I know that it's not him onto him. That's fair.
I think it's a large part of
because
it.
when we talked about this last time,
Bro.
it's not on the
Bro.
episode. We talked about this after the movie happened at what is now District Poorhouse. I thought Leia looked great. I was not bothered by
Oh.
Leia, and you
I feel
guys
the
were
opposite.
very both upset by Leia. Yeah, and so like this conversation happened. But like I thought Leia was fine.
I feel
but
the
like
opposite.
every single time I see Tarkin, I'm like that's not right. That's not.
man.
Mike Russo says Tarkin looked a lot better on the small screen, not as defined on the big screen.
I would agree with that. I feel that way a lot, even about like watching Snoke in 8. The theater screen is not as like super crisp and clear and high def as
Sure.
like a
But still,
4K
it's-
or something
well,
like
yeah,
that.
it's still a projector versus a 4K,
Right.
which is now
So I
surpassed
will-
projector
I will
technology.
say that
Sure.
like that makes a little more sense.
So it looks better when you
That-
get it
looks
home.
better
Of course, yeah,
when you
because
get
there's
it home.
more details.
Yes.
They were able to bring in more details and make it look smoother
But
and
like,
better.
dude,
and, yeah.
come on, bro.
But there
I'm
was
not
also
saying it looks bad. It's just like and maybe it's just because I know that that's not him that I just can't.
the other one that I thought was when I saw K2 in many things, I thought he looked
We
like a
all
physical
must
droid.
view shit differently.
Curtis
we
Hammer,
do.
don't
we
listen.
don't,
to
no,
him.
we all do view fucking shit differently.
We all must review stuff recently.
No, but I agree with what you're saying. Like, it looked like dude was in a suit for K2. Like, that's how good the graphics looked. It looked like it was actually there with them.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
I-
K2
So crazy.
K2
I
was really good.
loved the audio.
Well, they probably had somebody there, like not in a suit, but like in a
No, they did.
dot whatever.
but still,
Suit.
like, the
A
fact that it looks
CGI
like...
suit and stuff.
It looks like it was metal and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, and I think I've said this on the show and stuff before, is like, I do think out of the new movies that that Rogue One looks the best. Like, visually, I think I like that one the best. But in all other respects, I think it's definitely fucking sweet. It's definitely awesome. It's definitely epic. I just don't think the story is quite there for the first part of the movie.
The other thing about Rogue One that I really, really liked was the sound production. Like when K2 moved, I felt like
Yep.
that's what he would sound like
Yep.
if he was running.
Well, ILM always kills it, but yeah.
Yeah. So there's this really fun experiment.
Doesn't sound that fun, Alex.
Example of how sound is. Look, we don't notice sound. And it's Adventure Time. Yeah, cartoon. Adventure Time, children's show.
Huh?
They do an episode that's almost entirely not spoken. And so everything is just the sounds of what they do. And it's the same sounds they would do as if they were doing it with audio, with music, and with talking. And it's just awesome to see how much of an impact like those sounds actually make. And you know, when you talk about that, that's one thing I think is
Sound is the most
a huge
important part
difference.
of video.
Yeah.
Audio is the most important part of video.
It's
Absolutely.
funny how
Absolutely.
it's funny how all the like the small things that happen in a movie that you think when they're filming a scene that they actually have to fill in. Like if there was a scene between you and me and we're sitting here drinking a beer and I put down a beer, they would just make that sound of a beer hitting
in most
and it's
cases, none of this except the
Yeah.
dialogue is kept.
Yeah.
And they fill in all the extra sound effects. Yeah. So if it's done poorly, and they're like,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah, I mean, even with music, like
Especially with music.
if music's done well, you never think about the sound, like the soundtrack, until you like go back and listen to it. But like the soundtrack should just blend seamlessly, unless it's emphasized. There, are moments where the music is emphasized.
Yeah.
I wonder how much
Like
you
the
could fuck
Imperial
up.
March is very emphasized.
Well, John Williams
But, like, it's
is
beautiful.
kind of a different level.
Yeah,
Like I would say a really great movie score
Could enhance the
it
movie.
hits what it hits. It enhances the movie, but you don't notice it. And a fucking
until it
impeccable
should.
movie score like John Williams or something like that, like you notice it.
yeah.
Well, it's the
But
same.
you don't notice most of it. It's just
True.
the things that like there's not audio for a while, and so they bring that shit up, and
I
it's
don't know
really good.
about all that. John Williams saying I don't notice John Williams shit.
That's not
John Williams
exactly
is
what I said.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying John Williams is a step above everything.
It's-
Like
it's a different
his
scale.
scores do make whatever we're watching better. Like
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Dude.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Come on,
Well, Star Wars prequels, Jesus.
those two. Whatever movies you're talking about.
Almost all
so.
of them, except for Solo. Was Solo the only one he didn't do the score for? Or
And
was
Rogue One.
Was it Rogue One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rogue One was. Damn, I can't think of it.
Rogue One was good though.
Damn, I
Good
can't
score.
think of it. Solo was John Powell.
Danny Elfman.
No. No, please stop.
You sure now?
Please don't do this.
Stop,
All right.
please.
Good Day Galaxy.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm fine. Well, we didn't rate this beer.
7.
It's fine.
No,
What beer is this? Oh yeah, we should rate this beer.
I would. That's
I'll
a
give it- I'll
strong
give it
2
a
for
strong
me.
2. Yeah,
Strong 2.
strong 2.
Strong 2.
It's really good. I'd buy it again. It's
Drugs.
not. It's not Born Yesterday or Yakima, but it's really good.
Trogs
Really good.
is 100% the best beer I had in PA.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I did so much research and trying to find decent stuff in PA. Very let down. But Trogs was solid.
Trogs
as
is
fuck.
awesome. Trogs is so good. Every beer.
Favorite brewery
Period.
worldwide at this moment?
Platform.
It's a good one. I like that one.
It's hard to say. It really is. I've had so many good beers.
It's a dumb question. It's
I
like
could-
your
I
favorite
could-
band.
I can give you
understand.
like a top like 20, maybe.
No, no,
I'm not gonna go through those, but like so
Just like what you're feeling right now. What's your favorite brewery?
like right now the things that really stand out to me are more experimental sours. So like Platform is one of those, and they do a really good job. But like Urban Artifact out of Cincinnati has been doing some just incredible beers. Everything they do is soured in some way. It's kettle soured or barrel aged. Like they just on a whole nother level, and they're really ahead of the game.
What do you think?
Couldn't do it.
That's not a
Not
surprise,
big-
though.
not big
You don't
one.
you don't do the sours though, right? At all.
I'm just saying.
No, in
brewery
general. Yeah. I don't know why. I've been kind of lackadaisical about this shit and kind of taking a step back. And I've been drinking very simple shit recently.
So this past summer,
Corona.
while I've been working in the beer industry, and then outside of what I've seen people drink in the beer industry, like this was the summer of lagers. I mean,
Yeah.
Rest in peace, 4-string, but like the Hilltop Lager dominated the market.
Wait. Whoa.
Yeah. What's the deal with that? I just heard about that.
I still don't know.
4-string's
There's-
no longer a thing?
I've only heard rumors about
They're just
why,
shutting down.
but I've never heard an actual answer why. So I can't give you an actual answer why.
But they are shutting down.
Somebody saw a for release sign outside the production facility. So at the very least, they're downsizing. Maybe they'll
Or just
reopen.
moving.
No, they're not just moving.
Oh.
They might downsize to the tap room. I don't know what the future is. I don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I know they were one of the original ones.
Yeah, they're probably the third or fourth oldest craft brewery in Columbus was still around, which
Yeah.
sucks. But business is business. It happens. And it sucks, but But anyway, like you saw Hilltop Lager everywhere all summer, right?
I did,
and they were
yes.
the one. Cheetah came out from Rheingeist. Pilsner did exceptionally well, probably the strongest it did since we launched in Columbus 2 years ago. You name it, any lager, craft lager. People want to spend like, there's $2 more for a 6-pack. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And so like this was like the summer of the lager, and it's continuing on. And I think that lagers, I mean, they taste good. They're good beers, and people forgot that they were good beers because IPAs were like so different.
Yeah.
That everyone wanted IPAs, and some people still drink the shit of IPAs, which I brought, 5 fresh hop IPAs tonight, and
Well, people weren't really digging on lagers back then. It was like standard beer, so they want to like.
yeah, and they
if we're
want to
getting
change.
into craft, I want to do something.
And then
a little
they
new.
have these like these I don't know, throwbacks. They desire to like drink what they grew up with. Like I had a Sam Adams Boston Lager and an Oktoberfest, which are the 2 first beers I ever liked. Earlier this summer, like a month ago, and I was like, this beer is great.
Yeah.
This is great beer. Like I don't know. So I'd like to see some love to the originals that made, these wet hop beers possible, and Stone and Founders, and then that grew into, CBC and actual to platform to every single craft brewery to Rheingeist, these breweries that have been around for 4 or 5 years, that started because Sam Adams didn't want to make Bud Light. They wanted to make something that tasted fucking good, and they did. For so many years, they were the only ones that made something like that, and Great Lakes made something that was fucking good.
Right.
But now they're not.
I mean, their beer is
now
they're still really good. Go out and buy a Boston Lager and then tell me it doesn't taste good. It's a great beer. It might not be your favorite beer, but it's a great beer. And it will never let you down. No matter where you are, it's a great beer.
Yeah, I feel that way about Sam Adams.
Yeah. Same with Great Lakes, same with Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. There's these
Sierra Nevada's
standards that existed
fantastic,
for like
yeah.
Bell's Two Hearted Ale.
Yep.
Yep. They're not bad. They're still really good beers.
Agreed.
Give them some love sometime because they made this shit possible.
Yeah.
And I fucking love them for that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if I had to pick a favorite brewery, I guess that would be. It's kind of still Stone and Land Grant. Like Stone and Land Grant are like tied.
I was actually, if I had to go with one right now, I'd probably do Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada
Wait,
still
with
pushing
one
the envelope
brewery?
on this one. Yeah.
You go with Sierra Nevada? Like I know their pale ale is solid and like they have great beers, but like
They have a pale pilsner
can you
and
go
then an
get like
Oktoberfest and
12 different beers and they're all gonna be fucking sweet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could drink their beer all year long. That's
I guess
all
I've
could
only
drink.
seen
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 of their
They do a
beers.
bunch of really good beers.
Yeah.
fine.
It's kinda
Corona.
like
You
on
talked
the-
me out of it. Corona.
Corona.
Oh, by the way,
stop.
get the fuck out.
First of all,
Corona
fuck you guys.
is always disgusting.
It's always delicious.
Always disgusting.
You're always disgusting.
That's true, but at least I'm not Corona disgusting.
That's true. He's right.
Corona's so solid.
And I'm
Because
not-
I
I'm not-
shower. Corona never showers.
That's true.
Ever. 'Cause
Yeah,
It's
it's just-
disgusting.
It does with me.
It's just taint juice
That's
with
not
lime
the
in
same because it's in a bottle. It's protected from your shower for a reason. Because if it did, it would become pure and it might explode in your
Standard delicious.
Disgusting.
You just got done talking about the lagers are great.
That's not a lager. That's piss water that they put some yeast in.
That's fine with me too.
it. And on that note,
Which note is it?
Corona Squad Pod is out.
I dislike most of this. Thank you guys for tuning in. We've had Columbus
different
Brewing Company.
beers.
We had Hop Frog. We call it, it's Hoppin' Frog, but I always call it Hop Frog. Lagunitas and
Trogs.
Clear Trogs. So if we had to pick a winner,
The Yakima.
Yeah, one of these two. Either Yakima or Lagunitas.
Yakima's the
Yakima's
best.
fresher. So
Yeah,
I'll go with
Yakima's-
Yakima too.
Yeah, for sure.
So CBC
They had a
takes
little-
the cake.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good day, Galaxy. Mr. And next time
Mr. Last time,
could forever
Next
be.
time, first time, last time.
say goodbye. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you
It
guys.
was my pleasure. I love being here and drinking with you guys.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for people being live in the video chat and chatting with us. We always appreciate that. So if you haven't already, grab our YouTube channel, Rogue Squad Pod, subscribe, and then every Sunday, unless one of us is out of town, we will be live on YouTube. So you can tune in, chat with us, talk about the beers that we're having that you can't drink, and tell us how our opinions on Star Wars are terrible.
They are.
They mostly are, yeah. Tarkin and Rogue One look great. I'm out.
What are you talking about? Cad Bane would definitely fuck Leia in the ass.
Why?
Why not? Why wouldn't he?
I would too, probably.
Is there a bathroom I can use? Like,
Yeah,
Right
close?
right there.
Sweet. I'm gonna go.
All right.
Hallway.
Yes.
Watch, yeah, just watch.